One of our private clients, Rio Palma, is a 16-year-old barber and went from making 2K per month all the way to 8K per month in just 90 days by really only mastering one form of content style. And when I say content style, really it's like these before and after showcases. And in this video, I'm going to really break down what is different about before and after showcases. That way you can go and implement this into your business. So if you don't know what, like, let's say before and after showcases are, they're really made popular by like these power of a haircut videos. I'm sure everyone has seen these where, you put hair fibers, put glasses on your client. Some barbers think it's corny, but like these things just, honestly, they fucking bang every single time if you do them correctly. However, with Rayo's content, he didn't really focus anything on that at all. Like in terms of like, making his clients look bad. And there's really like these three core elements to it. Okay. So the first core element is going to be calling out a problem. And like, why do we need to call it a problem is because in anything in business and in content, value was based off of the problems that you solve. And so if you highlight a problem for a potential client who sees your video, and you can solve that visually as well too, you are able to showcase your value of like why you're maybe the superior barber to go to and why that client should book an appointment with you at the very end of the day. So if we look at like these videos right here, okay, and all these are like before and after showcases. I'm just gonna have the sound off, but like, or actually I'm gonna have the sound on real quick, just so you can hear what we're saying in this video.
So my client right here wanted to blow out taper, but his last barber did not bless him and gave him an undercut. So watch.
Cool. So that's the problem right there, right? And we highlight that of like, my client wanted a burst taper, but his last barber gave him an undercut. So this is how I'm going to fix it. And it's very simple. Now, you might be thinking, well, this is like a voiceover type of style, right? Obviously, like in a before and after, like Power of a Haircut video, they kind of look like this.
Turn it up and throw attention.
Where it's like music, kind of like guy looks kind of like scummy before, and then has a nice transition at the beat drop, and then like thirst trapping it up. So we still take the same principles of that, right? So we start with the before image here. The thing that we're changing up, and the thing that Rio was able to change up with working with us, is he added a voiceover element to, again, call out a problem that he's going to solve and really highlight the problem that he's going to solve verbally, instead of like having the potential client or viewer try to see visually what the problem was, right? So we call out, hey, this guy had like wanted a burst taper, but he got an undercut. Here, the problem directly is the guy looks like fucked up, right? And the solution to that is like thirst trapping it, right? So here, we're calling out directly with our words.
Watch as I fix it and bless my boy up.
And then after we do that like small voiceover, we go straight into just the similar before and after, where we have like some music playing, a beat drop, and a clean transition. Cool. Boom. That was the beat drop. Here's the transition. Here's our showcase. The showcase is the selling point. Now, this is very simple. Like, we didn't have to, this is all made off an iPhone. This did over 23,000 likes. I think over 350,000 views. And again, Rio Palma, as a 16-year-old barber, went from making 2K per month all the way to 8K per month by posting this content. It's very simple at the end of the day, but you have to really understand like these core principles that go into a video. So number one, we need to be able to call it a problem. The problem that we called out didn't take us any more
Barber did not bless
than maybe like 10 seconds. This doesn't need to be something drawn out at all. 10 seconds, be very direct, call it out, get right into the before and after.
him and gave him an undercut. So watch as I fix it and bless my boy up.
Very simple. Now, when a lot of you who might see this haircut the afterwards, right? I'll just like play this as well too. You guys might be like, but I cut hair better than Rio, right? Like, oh my, like I can do a better cut than this. I can do a better burst taper than this. It's like, but Rio's 16 years old making 8K per month with this. And the whole point I always like to bring across is like, if skill meant anything in like how much you can make as a barber, I think we would see a lot of barbers making 50K per month effortlessly because of like their skill set. But that's not the thing, because Rio is more well known and has a better business acumen and business skill set than maybe someone like you do, who is not as well known and is not making 8K per month, because not enough people know about your business. Like again, 300,000 people know about Rio's business overall, and 57 of those people in 1 month was like, absolutely, I want to get this haircut done in Connecticut, right? And so we need to, as a barber industry, need to come away more from like the skill development and more on this business side. Like how are we marketing and converting, and then also being able to scale up our business based on what we're posting at the very end of the day. Now let's go into the next video as well too. I'll give you another example of these.
This white boy with straight flat hair came to me wanting curly hair, and I honestly
That's already the problem right there, right? He has straight flat hair, he wants curly hair, and then we're gonna even make the problem even more extreme.
had no idea what the hell to do.
Honestly, I didn't know what the hell to do. Bigger problem. So again, too, we're not doing anything crazy on the visuals. Like honestly, all you have to do is like take the iPhone. If you're gonna set this up, just like on either side of the chair. So if like I'm the client, you're gonna record one over here and then one over here. And all you're doing is you're gonna pan back and forth nice and slowly to really just give a good before showcase and really point out and highlight the problem. So again, if the client wants curly hair and they have straight hair, you want to make sure that you are really showcasing how straight and flat his hair is overall.
But I ended up figuring it out, and I gave
Because at the very end of it, we want to be able to showcase how we fix that problem.
him the best curls of all time.
Please don't die for my EVP. 3.5.
Very solid. You can see a clear difference. Now, again, I said there's really 3 core pillars. So pillar number 1, you want to make sure that we have a clear problem we're calling out, okay? Pillar number 2 in these things that make these things bang is going to be the before and after need to look as far apart or as different as possible, okay? So you can't have someone who has, I don't know, let's say a 4-guard length on the top of their head and then go down to 2-guard length. It needs to be almost like they switch up their entire hairstyle. Like they look like a complete
No
different
idea
person.
what the hell.
Like this kid looks very, very different from this to this. And it also comes down to their confidence level and the way they look. Like him right here doesn't look as confident as like, let's say, him right here. Looks much more confident. He's still like a young kid, but he looks much more confident sitting in the chair because he has his haircut done on him. And you want to have that pull on your client. You need to have that like visual pull, that separation between the 2 images. If you don't, the video's not going to bang. And I see a lot of barbers making the mistake whenever they do before and after transformations. It's like they make the haircut look almost too similar. They make the person look so similar that like, why would anybody be like, absolutely, that's like, oh my God, it's a crazy transformation. Remember, we're trying to like showcase the incredibly fucking amazing transformation that you just did on your client. There's no fucking transformation going from a 4-guard to a 2-guard. Do something drastic. Now, you can like doctor these things up, right? So for instance, for Rio, he went ahead and put a lot of clips in the client's hair. Maybe he had like a little bit of curls in there a little bit before, but he made sure it was like all combed out, straightened out. That way, when we go to the curly textured hair, it looks like a crazy difference at the end of the day, okay? And you can like kind of doctor these things up. You can like comb the hair and like give them a different hairstyle before. If they want curly hair, you can like water it down and straighten it out and flatten it out so that way you have a big transformation. You can kind of doctor these things in here, and that's okay. But we're trying to go for the biggest transformation. That's why on, let's say, like these haircuts overall, these videos, these before and these Power of a Haircut videos, the reason why they do so well is not because of like, let's say the hair fibers. The reason why they do well is because they make the person look a little bit ugly at the beginning with hair fibers, glasses, and kind of nerdy and geeky with no confidence. And they make them look like they have a shit ton of confidence at the very end of it. And that's the pull on this thing. And so whenever you're doing before and after transformations, you have to like really focus on those things overall, okay? And the last pillar you have to focus on these before and after transformations is going to be on that beat drop, okay? You could see it from right here. Like that beat drop is so key, and the music that you choose is so key. It's almost like if you ever like went to a music festival and like the beat drop or like whatever happens, like, you know, like when the beat builds up and the drop is kind of like, it's kind of like that same feeling. And so you need to have a good beat drop and good music selection to have these videos bang. Is that the most important thing? No, I would say the most important thing is like that difference like between the 2 individuals, more so than the beat drop, but it's still like one of the most important pillars on these types of content. If you focus on that, you don't need like a fancy camera. You can use your iPhone. If you focus on like those 3 things, you will see a much more improved video. And again, too, this one only took 11 seconds long. This one took like 25 seconds long. I think the voiceover, where did we stop at? We stop at about like 10 seconds. So like the actual before and after takes about 15 seconds long. These are very short and very simple videos to make overall. You can make the voiceover in CapCut. And the thing you want to be thinking about is like when you're recording the before and after or befores, you know, and you need to be thinking about like what you need to be saying, drop all that stuff into CapCut. open up like again to the to be able to talk into it or do a voiceover into CapCut overall right over your video. Speak into whatever you're going to be saying of calling out the direct problem. Give it about 5 to 6 seconds, maybe 10 seconds tops, and then go straight into the before and after showcase. These are so simple to make overall and easy to make these things bang. Now, don't just take my word for it overall, because again, too, this is not just like Rio's results at the end of the day. Like even when he first joined back in November, again, too, he's 16-year-old barber. In the first week, his first video hit over 250,000 views and was converting views into clients already. We've also done this like barbers like Jordan Gold, who's also another 16-year-old barber who got 80 new clients booked in the first 2 months of working with us. David Jimenez, who got 64 new clients booked in the 30-day time span. Before he joined, he was only getting 15. Nicolo Reggiano, who was doing 25K months when he first joined us, he was only charging about $35 a cut. Now he's up to 125, making 25K per month. Sarah Lloyd, who went from making 5K per month all of a sudden 7K per month the first 30 days. Again, David Jimenez went from 4K per month all the way to 7.4K per month, adding about 3K in the first 30 days overall of working with us. And then Zachary Marquardt, again, 54 new clients booked in the last 30 days. When he first joined, he was making about 2K per month. Now he's doing over 12K per month. Nicholas Guillen was charging making about $500 a month. Now was making over 13K per month. This is kind of like what we do overall. So if you're someone who is like interested in getting one-on-one support and like interested in what we do, I'll go ahead and add a link in the description down below to a 30-minute video really breaking down the inside look of our process and how we get barbers to these 20 and 30K months consistently and like scale these barbers up. It's going to give you like 3 problems that all barbers make and really some more insight on what we do as our process. Equally, if you're someone who's interested in working with us as a private client, I'll leave a link down below in the description for you to book a call with my team to see if and how we can help you guys out. Okay. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video.